Ah! Miriesta. That's who it is. I immediately know that because garrison. I'm in Miriesta's garrison. So I immediately know that this is where I'm at. So, oh my gosh, this level 1 garrison though. Mission complete. Cool. I've only got 3 followers. Alright, well, this is my Warlords of Draenor character in that case. Got 200 gold on me. Got shrouded cloth bags that I made. If only I could transfer my garrison resources over. Also, that was another thing, I think. One of the things allowed me to get like 1,000 resources, which I guess isn't that big of a deal since I haven't like even collected. Like if I'm collecting every day, I'll never hit that 1,000, that even that 500 cap. But also I don't know if I'll be collecting every day. So, I have a small empty plot. Oh, I don't have any of these. Okay. I don't have any plans. I only have the barn and the barracks. And it's weird that it gives me... Oh, no, I only have the barracks. I thought I didn't see anything next to the barn, but no. This character doesn't even have professions. So, there's that. That said, I need to go over to Storm Shield because I feel like I should have. I feel like the Storm Shield people should have given me the book. So this is where the dock goes, is right there. Right where the ship is. Look at this flight point avoiding going near Tanaan, too close to Tanaan jungle. All because this zone, like, this was all mountain initially. There were no gaps in, like, the walls initially. And so you couldn't even get over into this area. Like, this was the closest thing that you could get to getting into Tanaan jungle. And even then, there was something around here, I don't remember what, but it blocked you from getting into this section. So, whenever you looked at... Because you could look at Tanaan jungle as a zone, but you would only ever see this area. And then when 6.2 came out, you could see that. So... Honor. Why is honor? Why is my honor down there? That's weird. Just get rid of that as a whole. I don't need at the other bar there. Blueprint Trader. Here she is. Oh, that's right. You don't get the whole book initially. You have to buy them through the stuff. I think? Because none of these are the level 1. These are all level 2. Huh. Is she not the person I need to talk to? Mess hall. I mean, maybe I get the thing later. I'm not entirely sure. I feel like somewhere there should be somebody that gives me all of the level 1s initially. But maybe not. Archaeology. This was the... Actually, was this the second to last expansion? Like, to buy outdated gear. That's great. I like that there are random walls. This guy has a mask on? Oh, wait, what? He does. It's an orc. The guy has a mask. He's an orc with a mask on. What the heck? That's amazing. I don't know. I don't know where to get the level 1 garrison blueprints. That's why I came here, because I thought it was here, but it's not. Transmog. Portal to Stormwind. Sounds interesting without the, like, backing choir. I don't know. One garrison blueprints. Oh, interesting. The level 1... Okay, so the only one that's available this early is the salvage yard. That's interesting. I suppose that makes sense since you only have the one small plot and the salvage yard is a small plot. So they probably give you that one plot so that you can be like, oh, look, salvage yard, right? And then once you hit level 2, it's like, hey, now you can access more, you know? So... what is this quest that's up here? Is it anything of importance? Gorgrond. Your Ellenrod have a tactical suggestion. I recommend a small expedition group be sent into the savage wasteland of Gorgrond. And Gorgrond is... Is that where... No. Spikes of a Rock is where Pinch Whistle Gearworks is. Okay. That's not till level 30. Got it. Alright. AKA, we have quite some time before we have to worry about the salvage yard, so... Well, let's go start finding out what people dislike about Warlords of Draenor. Aside from maybe, you know... That's because I am awesome. Slay Kurat and bring her tusks to Eramor at Embari village. See, the very fact that I'm not doing this content when was available makes me suspect I won't be able to do that. Since that is going for an elite for recommended players 3. I think I'm good on that. I think I will not do that one. Samara. I really do want to do Warlords of Draenor mostly for Draenei lore. Because, like, I want the Draenei lore. Like, I roleplay as a Draenei on the server. So, like, I want that Draenei lore. I want to understand them more. Yerl? Yerl? I thought it was Url. That's Yerl. Also, this character, everything goes to the left when I sort. It's really annoying. I don't know how to fix that. I do wonder if any of the characters from, like, I wonder if any of the Draenei from like our world, from Azeroth are here. Thank you, stranger. The prophet spoke of new allies arriving on our shores. I hear it is thanks to you that my sister is safe. I owe you a great debt, friend. Her arrival should be cause for celebration here, but I fear our troubles are just beginning. Warlord Ner'zhul and his Shadowmoon clan have launched a surprise attack on a Draenei settlement to the north. Prophet Velen has gone to aid the wounded at Taluna Observatory, but we need more defenders. I must go to assist the others. If you wish to help us, go to Arbor Glen and kill any Shadowmoon enemies that you see. I know that one of the comments was about, like, what people didn't like was that, like, oh, all of the enemies are orcs and demons, but, like, I don't know. Did people complain that it was all demons in Burning Crusade? Did people complain that it was all undead in Northrend? Like, I don't know. I don't see that as an argument because it doesn't make sense to me. So when the Shadowmoon attacked Arbor Glen, everything was thrown into chaos. Many of us escaped, but there are still 3 children missing. I believe they are still back in the village. Please save them. The Shadowmoon orcs are using portals to bring in reinforcements and smuggle away Draenei captives. If we are to have any hope of retaking the village, we must destroy the portals at once. The only way to do this is kill the portal masters who keep the rifts open. 3 void portals. Void portals? That's interesting. Why is it void portals and not fell portals? I did wonder if there was going to be any point in casting anything other than Incinerate. Yes and no. Like, they're not left with like any HP, but it's just enough that they survive, which is slightly obnoxious. Starter build. There it is. Havoc. 60% just also to strike the Havoc victim. Oh, and I'm in combat. I was like, why did everything go gray out of nowhere? Ah, I entered combat. I see. I'll look at that in a minute. Talents aren't a big deal this early level, so maybe I should just, like, cast once and then just let the freaking... Like, I don't know, do I even bother using my... my Void Walker? Also, here's a fun little lore tidbit to think about. Back in the original, Warcraft Classic, Warlocks got Void Walkers. I mean, you still do now. But Void Walkers are Void Walkers. They're void creatures. They're not fel. Even though the original, like, Warlocks were supposed to be fel-only users. Fight all the orcs? You're strong. I'll just sit in this burning building, no worries. Also, there's no void portal, like, master there. In that, over there by that portal. Bang! Freaking just conflagrate them. Now, yeah, I do realize, somebody might make the comment of like, well, as the game has evolved, the lore has changed. But if that's so, then why is there so much void on Argus? There's got to be a reason for that. I can't leave for that Squiggy. He's trapped. He had to put out the fire. Bucket. Bucket. I mean, can't Squiggy get out from here? Also, he can fly. Couldn't he have just flown? Did it? Squiggy is okay. 100 quests completed. Bang. Fine, be that way. It's still... oh. I am. I'm like, am I still in combat with something? Yes, this freaking dude. I'll worry about the talent in a minute. Like, I'm kind of in agreement with a couple of YouTubers that have, like, stated that they think that it's not so much that Fel and Void are the same, but that they're allied. Just as Light and Order are very clearly allied, because we know that the Titans use light. Thought everyone forgot about me. Thank you, kind lady. Like, and that's the thing, right? Is we know that the Titans are Order, but also that the Titans are light users. And possibly even life users. Which makes perfect sense if you consider that Fel and Void and Undeath work together. Because after all, it wasn't just that that Sargeras was using Fel, but we know that Sargeras was also using Undeath. Which makes a lot more sense if you think about it that way. Think of the children. I'm glad to hear that the children are safe. They will remember your heroic deeds for their entire lives. Wonderful. That should slow down the attack. Our forces should be able to retake the forest quickly. The forests are clear of Shadow Moon enemies. Good. I know that you would not fall. We've managed to pin Nazul inside the observatory, but he's taken many down with him. He has taken Yrel's sister, Samara. I'm pleased to hold the line here. I am needed to hold the line here. Please do whatever you can to save her. The Dark Star. Karnoth. Hi, kitty cat. Your aid in retaking Teluna Observatory has not gone unnoticed, hero. I grow increasingly impressed at your prowess in battle. Perhaps you could share some of your knowledge with my disciples. They could learn much from a seasoned adventurer such as yourself. I have something for you, so thanks for what you've done, even in the short time you've been here. Perhaps it will help you get this garrison of yours on its feet. Safety of my people is of the utmost priority. It is likely that Nazul has taken the prisoners of Shazgul, his stronghold to the southwest. I do not wish to use aggression against him, but he may force my hand. Meet me at Twilight Glade, Mariesta. Then we shall try our best to recover the prisoners. First the Iron Horde, then the Shadow Moon Orcs, and now there's trouble brewing to the south. My brother is a Fey Rider to the south, at the Dracorium. He says that creatures from the swamp are venturing onto our lands. What is this world coming to? Anyway, you look like a seasoned adventurer. We're heading that way. Would you mind checking in over there? That's down there, into Twilight. We've got migrant workers. Meet us at Starfall Outpost. That's Elidor for Alliance. Alright. So let's head over to where migrant workers is. Off to Elidor. And we'll go from there. We just gotta make our way over there. Ugh. I've got a 60% increased ground speed, unfortunately. That's all I've got, so... 10 riding Telbook. I also need to consider doing the Netherwing quest line. I did it once before, but I lost that account, so... You made it! One of our wagons didn't. Have you seen Murad? He's still out there somewhere. One of our wagons fell behind and disappeared somewhere in the woods to the northwest. Vindicator Murad and several of your workers are stranded out there. Find them and bring them back. Exarch Akama. Ooh. Akama. I also wonder if any of the Draenor in Azeroth are going to meet any of the Draenor in, their like past selves. That would be really fun to see. I assume not, but I think that would be really fun to see. I think it would be really fun if there was one NPC somewhere. Like, I think it would be really fun if there was one NPC in the world. Like, literally just one NPC. Where if you were playing a Draenor, they looked and, like, had the name of your character. I think that would be really cool. Follow Murad. Right? Trying to. Bam! Like, I think the only Draenor that actually came with us from the present is Murad. Which is a little unfortunate, in my opinion. But, like, if I had made a story, right, where you go back, what is it supposed to be, 35 years or something like that, to the world that is, you know, based off of, you know, this race, the Draenor, but, you know, more importantly, just, you know, in general, right? I think it would be a really cool touch. So, I'm keeping the sickles. They remind me of a lesson so many of us Draenor forgot, that the light lives in every farmer as much as in any priest. You fight well, and I am pleased to call you friend. Your labours will be safe here in Elador. If you are not convinced, speak to Exarch Hateru here. His devices secure all the Draenor strongholds. Hey! Curses of Enfeeblement. Mayhem. Exarch Akama is too cautious, but we shouldn't ignore a threat from the Shadow Moon clan. It is good you are here. Since we arrived on Draenor, I have dedicated myself to recreating the technology we left behind. This large structure here is a defense ward. It should counter a Shadow Moon advance, provided we power it up. I've prepared resonance crystals in my workshop to the south. Carry one crystal at a time to the 3 pylons that surround the ward, then activate the control panel nearby. Yay! Increased movement speed. Don't worry, I can totally carry these things. I love this. Don't worry. I may be running on all fours, but I can definitely still carry this. Also, really strange that there's 4 crystals, despite me only needing to take 3. Also, even more odd that the crystals respawn. The console thrums with energy and lights up as you draw near, as though sensing your presence. Simply touching the main panel brings the defense crystal to life outside. If this is the kind of technology Hateru was able to cobble together from spare parts, you can only imagine the splendor of the world he came from. No sooner does power rush to the crystal outside than you hear distant war cries and shouts of alarm. Elador is being attacked. If you want your laborers to come home in one piece, you'd best help with the defense of the town. Defeat the invasion and then return to the control console to reset the defenses. Phasing! Seriously, though, their use of phasing is pretty ingenious. Because not just like, oh, okay, stuff doesn't just pop up around you. You know? Like, stuff legitimately, like, they send you somewhere so that you don't, like, see the like, transitions. Like, I think it's pretty cool. It's not stable, but it's working. Save the town. Controls shut down as you approach. But many of the indicators are still blinking frantically. Something seems wrong. Hetero yells out to get your attention outside. I just left that in the other phase. Oops. Vindicator Marad. Good work at the gates. The Shadow Moon Orcs have been seeking prisoners for some reason. Their aggression helps our cause. Come with me. I would like to introduce you to the Exarch Council, the Hand of the Prophet. I've been trying to convince the Exarchs to stop our cause, or to support our cause, and go on the offensive against the Iron Hood. But they are, as always, too cautious and slow to act. Come with me. I will introduce you to Exarch Othar up the hill. Perhaps meeting an Alliance hero can sway the council. What you doing there, cat? What you getting into? I wish she would just eat the food that I give her. Shatari Proconsul. Exarch Othar is a towering, intimidating figure. His eyes bore into you, determining if you're a friend or foe. So, you are Mariesta, esteemed warlock of this alliance that has appeared on our shores. On behalf of the Exarch Council, I welcome you to Elador. I am calling the Exarch Council to order to hear your petition. None of us doubt that this Iron Horde is a threat, but few can agree on what we should do about it. It is up to you and Vindicator Merad to gather the Exarchs together. Exarch Nilel is the leader of the Rangari, the Eyes of the Prophet. There are scouts who silently stalk the four furthest corners of Draenor. Seek her out in the Rangari enclave northwest of here. I will also need you to call upon Exarch Heteru. I understand you are helping him with our defenses at the gate. Heteru is our chief artificer. He understands our technology better than any other, and has been working tirelessly to recreate the glory of the civilization we left behind. He has moved to his workstation outside of the Elidor Dig, our crystal mines, located just to the southeast. Look for him at the mine entrance. Now, I have done some of this quest line. I don't know how much of it, because I don't remember. But I do know that I've done some of this. And I know that one of the Exarchs, I think Othar, but I don't remember. But I remember one of the Exarchs is actually a bad guy. So... Mayesta, you have only just arrived, but already your name is the talk of Elidor. I will gladly support your cause for the Exarch Council. It has always been my opinion that the Draenor need to get out and be proactive in our world, instead of hiding behind our walls. But first I need your help with something. As our mission as Vengari to explore and understand this world. Around you is the Umbra Fen. Many Draenor lost their lives when we first discovered this place. The volatile spores burst whenever anyone approaches, but we watched and we learned. Around the swamp you'll notice shimmer shrooms, distinguished by their orange glow caps. Their dust will make you invisible to the volatile spores. Grab the spores, gently, and bring them to me. We will forge this savage world into a weapon. Vengari, tell. The Exarch seem to trust you, Warlock. Are you venturing into the Umbra Fen? Spore bats in this area are usually docile, but some things got them all riled up. When they attack, their stingers wrap around around exposed limbs. I've seen them tear through reinforced leather like it was paper. How do they work, I wonder? Could you bring me a pristine spore bat stinger? I'd love to study it. These things. They make you invisible. At least until you attack. Actually, no, I still have this Shimmer Shroom Aura. It's just the spore bats can see me. The volatile spores, though, cannot. That said, the spore shrooms only last for 30 seconds. So, also, these are some really big spores. Just saying. Methinks Blizzard doesn't understand how spores work. That's okay. Square Enix still doesn't understand how missiles work, so... Frick you. There we go. Die! I don't know if I can kill this thing. It is, after all, an elite. It is focused on Thulkrish, though. There we go. Fungal Bundle. The Umbra spore giant you killed seemed immune to the volatile spores in the area. Perhaps the odd growths you found all over its body contribute to its immunity. Grab a big, disgusting fungal lump in order to give it to the Rengari for study. Cool. I wonder if that thing spawned at the end of the quest or not. Or if that was just wandering and I just missed it. I was trying to avoid the Umbrafen, but we Rengari seem drawn to the most dangerous places. That's where you really learn how the world works. Would you look at that? The entire tentacle is barbed. No wonder the wounds they inflict tend to get infected. We can learn something from this. Wonder if Rengari explorers should start equipping themselves with whips. Thank you, Miriesta. The alliance that you come from must be quite the collection of heroes. I know that at some point I will get her as a partner. What did you find, Warlock? Oh, you were attacked by an Umbra spore giant? They're very dangerous. You are brave to face one down. The growth you found doesn't seem to be part of the giant. It's almost like another organism living in symbiosis. I'll have to study this more closely and see what benefit it conveys to its host. Thank you, Miriesta. Outstanding work. Careful with those. Hand them here. Wonderful. I'll have my Rengari bury these around the perimeter of Elador. If the Shadow Moon orcs dare attack us again, they're in for a nasty surprise. Draenor is a hostile world, but if we take the time to learn and understand it, we can turn it to our advantage. I'll finish up here and meet with the Exarch Council shortly. I'll be sure to back your proposal. All right. Now off to Hetaru. Here's Othar, still standing there. I think he'll move later, so... Crystal Mine. Miriesta, I suspected I would see you again soon. I am willing to speak on your behalf at the Exarch Council, but an emergency situation has come up. Burrowing native creatures known as Gorin have tunneled into our crystal mines. Judging from our experience at the gates, I suspect my own experimental resonance crystal is whipping the native wildlife into a frenzy. Enter the Elador dig to the north and disable the malfunctioning resonance crystal. Be careful, my earthworkers report that the mine is crawling with those beasts. It must be the warlock that so impressed Exarch Hetaru. Can you help? The Elador dig, just beyond me, is overrun by strange stone creatures. These so-called Gorin actually devour minerals, metabolize them, and grow crystalline structures from their arms and back. Like most of the wildlife on this world, they completely baffle us. Please slay as many as you can and gather their crystal scales for me. I'll be protecting our earthworkers and aiding our research at the same time. They grow Gorin on their backs. Also, I am at the point where enemies are not dying in one hit now. Unless you count these guys. So it's time to start utilizing Immolate. You learned a new spell, Subjugate Demon. Very nice, very nice. I also have my Sayed available now. I think I got that last level. Increase the base duration of Havoc. which I'm not even using. But I do realize that it wants me to be using. Mortal Coil horrifies the enemy into fleeing. Subjugate Demon. I don't even have Havoc. What? Is Havoc passive? No. Increases the base duration of Havoc. But it told me not to take Havoc. Like, it told me to take Mayhem. Oh, wait. Your single target spells have a 35% chance to apply Havoc. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. Havoc is being applied via my single targets instead of it being a skill. That's what happened. It's a resident crystal. It's driving them crazy. I like that. Oh, it went into the ground. I was going to say, I like that, it's still standing up straight, but actually it sank into the machine. So never mind. I was going to comment because that just seemed funny to me that it was able to still stand up straight even after being deactivated. But, it is slightly different. So, what the frick? Why is she so tiny? Why is the succubus so tiny? What? Also, new model. That is a very new model. But why is she tiny? What's the status inside the dig? The artificer withdraws the loop and peers intently at the scales you've brought him. Unreal. The crystalline matrix is flawless, as if produced from one of our forges on Argus. I wish we could hook up these creatures to our machinery, but I suspect the Exarch would take issue with that. Thank you for your help. And that said, rings are something I don't even own. So if I get a ring item, I should probably equip it. Also, I don't have a foot item at all. That's interesting. Neck item, but I have that in my heirloom, so... Current gear. I still have the expeditionary cloth cuffs. So some of these can very much still be replaced. So hands, I mean, yeah, I gotta remember that it's hands, gloves, belt, and boots, and rings that are actually, like, still items I do need. Excellent. I will send in some peacekeepers to quell any remaining problems. Exarch Nael may be right. Perhaps I am too aggressive in adapting our technology to this world. Still, I will never quit. Our civilization must move forward. The council is almost assembled. Othar, myself, Heteru, and Nael are ready. Only Exarch Maladar remains. He has not been himself since he returned from his capture at the hands of the Iron Horde. But Vindicator Marad was able to track him down. Find Baladar at the Fey Landing, just south of the town center. Oh. It's Maladar. I bet it's Maladar that I'm remembering being the villain. Maladar, speaker for the dead. Mariesta, my alliance friend from Tanan. My alliance from Tanan. I have not forgotten my debt to you. I will do everything in my power to convince the council to support you in every way possible. However, I have grave concerns about our safety here. Nothing is the same since I returned. It's always whispering, everywhere whispering. Marad cannot see it, but there are even traces of fell energy here in Elador. We have been infiltrated. I must attend to the Exarch Council, but I need you to investigate. Follow the traces of fell energy that I will illuminate. If there are truly traitors in our midst, they will have to have some sort of hideout. Find it. I will wait for you with the other Exarchs. So it's not Maladar. It might be Othar, I believe was the name. I know it's one of them. I know for a fact that somebody is evil. One of the Exarchs is evil. Like, I remember that being a thing. I'm pretty sure it's Othar, but I don't know. Oh, suddenly it goes off this way and into a cave. A sister of secrets. Even she uses the new model. Interesting. Fleshbound book lies on an unholy altar. Your skin crawls. Baladar was right. Set the book ablaze, but not before noting its contents. The demonic tome was dedicated to enchanting weapons with foul energy. Looked as though the goal was to ensnare the victim's soul. The Exarch must be warned the traitors are among them. Council should be meeting now, just up the hill to the east. Exarch. Dead. Exarch Hetero is dead. His body was discovered moments ago, stabbed in the back. The weapon that killed him was fail in origin. Tell me everything you know. Maldar nods as you describe what you found. Yes, the traitors wanted to capture Ataru's soul. Someone wants something he knows. Dead or alive, we must act at once. This was a betrayal from within. There's no other explanation for it. None of the Exarchs trust each other now, especially me. But Othar and Akama can damn their laws. They've got to rot out the traitor. The only way to do it is to speak to the corpse. Join me just outside the altar of Shatar, atop the eastern cliffs. Soulbinder Niami and I will perform an exorcism to save Hataru's immortal soul. Maybe learn who did this to him. Do you trust me, Miriesta? All right. Not in there, or behind there. I suppose I could have gone straight through, but it's fine. Soul-binded Niami. Yeah, I think I remember something about Niami, too. Fell energies are even now devouring Exarch Hataru's soul. We must act quickly. Soulbinder Niami will anchor Hataru's spirit to this realm, while I exorcise the demons assaulting him. With luck, we will find out who murdered him. It will be up to you to destroy the evil as I unleash it. Are you ready, Miriesta? Oh. Yep. Soul-binded Naomi. One of the 5 Exarchs is dead. Another is a traitor. Dark times. We'll end this here and now. Can I count on you for one final task? You must give the traitor no place to hide. I have a focusing lens that will illuminate cloaked fell energy. For a place on a high point, it could act like a beacon, lighting up anyone in town who reeks of the fell taint. There's a prayer circle atop the Exarch's rise to the north that will serve our purpose. Plant the focusing lens, Miriesta. If you reveal anything, deal with it, and meet me below. Oh, I couldn't have gotten all the way through. There was a door on the other side. Interesting that only 3 of these doors are open then. That's because of this in the back. Whatever that is. Alright, well, let's go up here to the top. Yeah, I seem to remember that in the Auchindoun dungeon, Niami was like a villain, so Otha. Oh, this is Sokratha. Oh, nice. Sokratha. I actually just killed him earlier in Outland. I went to Sokrathar's seat or whatever it's called, and I killed him just because I was exploring Outland to get the achievement and things. So neat that we got to see. I do know that one of the complaints is that there's only 4 dungeons. I feel like that's going to be another complaint with War Within, because there's only 4 dungeons. So, the Exarch listens to your tale, his face contorting into concern, grief, and finally anger. So Otha has lost his way. Sokratha, he calls himself now. At last we have our answer. I fear my capture at the hands of the Iron Horde was his doing. There may be other traitors amongst us. I must hurry back to Auchindoun and make sure we are safe. In the meantime, I believe the Exarchs owe you a decision. Only 3 members remain of the Exarch Council, but we are all deeply indebted to you. The vote is unanimous. Your alliance will have our full support on Draenor, which is neat because Akama was just like, no, just earlier, but now, Nael is like, yes. We're also going to place a Draenei representative under your direct command. 3 potential candidates are here in the courtyard. Speak to them and choose who you want. We'll dispatch him or her immediately to your garrison. Neat. Shachel, Onela, or on... Oh. You see, you can get both the other 2 later. So that's really cool. I didn't realize that they were these people. So you can get all 3 of these, to be clear. So that's really cool, though. Okay, well, I'm going to take Vindicator Unela. Commander, it is a pleasure to meet you. When I was young, I trained hard to become an anchorite in the priesthood. But the light walks us down mysterious paths. My defensive spells were so powerful that the prophet himself encouraged me to train with the Vindicators. These days, I'm not afraid to stand toe to toe with our enemies, protecting those behind me. Choose me as your follower, and my faith will be your shield. My armor a bulwark protecting your garrison from our many enemies. Commander, I am apprentice artificer Andrin. Before Hitaru was murdered, I was one of his most trusted assistants. As an artificer, I used Draenor technology to disable foes long enough for me or someone else to crush them. Suppose among your people, I'd be considered a warrior engineer. I'll do my best to serve your interests, if you can choose me as a follower. Greetings, Commander. My name is Rengari Chell. When we first arrived on Draenor, this whole world was a mystery. A dangerous mystery. The Rengari were tasked with exploring all these new hostile environments. We learned to survive on our feet, using the natural resources and the land around us to survive and slip unseen in and out of enemy territory. As your follower, I'd focus on staying out of sight, keeping foes at bay, and doing serious damage. Undela! Eventually I'll get Chal and Andrin, so... An excellent choice. I'll send your pick directly to your garrison to help you with any missions you encounter. Now, I'll pass those supplies you requested. Your laborers below have finished with the harvest and are ready to cart supplies back to your garrison. Don't worry about the safety of your caravan this time. I'll dispatch a Rengari detail to shadow them from the woods and protect them. The Exarchs will always watch over you. Your supplies should be waiting for you when we return to your garrison. Good luck with your campaign, Miriesta. Cool. Alright, I mean, I gotta go way down here for these two. But, I think that's that. Establishing a foothold shall awaken the pursuit of justice. Neat. I don't know which one of those I am on, or have just finished, or maybe none of the above. I think this is going to be fun. I think, streaming, because I've always wanted to do World of Warcraft as some kind of a series. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Is these late night streams can be this. Tier 2. Commander, Sip Fizzle arrived with your laborers in tow just moments ago. We've got a huge surplus of food now. Promises of more where that came from. Apparently the Draenor threw in some other resources as well. Very good work, sir. What should we build next? Commander, I've been working on schematics that you might be interested in. What do you think about pushing out the walls and making room to get some additional structures in here? Forces have been growing. Things are getting a little cramped. I'd really like you to put some of these additional blueprints to use. If you could, take a look at the plans on the table here. As soon as I have your go-ahead, I'll get everyone to work immediately. Cool. It's just garrison resources. Cool. I'll take it. So, pretty sure that was supposed to occur much later than it did. Because that was not current URL. I kind of wish that World of Warcraft would do the MSQ thing. Where, you have to get to a certain point to unlock, something in the MS to unlock further stuff. Because this happens far too often. Where stuff just pops way too early. And I think it would be better, Much better. A lot less bumping into walls, to be sure. Should be room to get in another building or two. You can get the additional construction going whenever you're ready. Just point me at anything you're interested in on the table here. Cool. So I've got my medium plot. Cleft Elk, wolves, and Telbuck for leather and fur. Increase your out of combat regeneration. Allows you to mark trees. Each day, a visitor offering a dungeon quest with generous rewards will spend the day at your inn. Merchant showing up each day selling trade goods. Also allows the trade of crafting reagents for garrison resources. And of course, there's Lunar Fall Excavation, Herb Garden, and Fishing Shack that I need to unlock. There's Barracks, and now we have 2 empty plots. Cool. Stables is a large. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay. Got it. Launch patrol missions. Have higher than normal follower experience rewards. Allows a follower with the bodyguard trait to accompany with a guardian in Draenor. Increases your follower limit by 5. And grants access to racial guards and banners. Ooh. I did not know that. Because I have the stables and the dwarven bunker. But I didn't know that this increased your follower limit. Collection of armor scraps to make transmogs. I think that's fine. What I might do then is build a dwarven bunker on this. I can't do it now. But I might build a dwarven bunker here on this character. Since Rylena is sort of my main garrison. So I do want that extra 5 followers. But here it's not so bad. And I know that the transmogs are BOA. So I can just send them to my other characters. So. That said. I'm not really going to be doing anything with crafting reagents on this account, on this character. So I'm probably just going to have the storehouse and the salvage yard. And because of that, the trading post won't really help. For savage blood. Ooh. It's true that I don't have any savage blood. And that is gold. So maybe I do the barn. Let's do that. Let's do the barn. And then we'll do a storehouse here. And we don't have the salvage yard available yet. So I can't put anything here yet. So I'm also unsure if I might want to give her a I am wondering if I might want to actually give her a... Oh, I don't have that one. Okay. I'll try it. It's an 88% chance. So I'll try it. If I fail, it's still experience. At least I don't have to worry about, them dying or something like that. So go ahead and replace my gauntlets. And my wrist item there. So that should help, though. This is still just Gorgrond. We're not there in the storyline, Broderick. I know that you're impatient, but we're not there in the story yet. Seriously, Blizzard, learn to MSQ. I can't help but wonder if that's some of it. Because there is no MSQ. Like, you just do things as you go. And you can just pick up whatever. I wonder if there's any chance that people completed quests out of order without really caring, and in doing so they end up confused on the story. They end up being like, I don't know if I like that sort of thing. And I don't want to sit here and just be like, well, people are just dumb or whatever, but I mean, we'll see, when we finish Warlords, we'll see what I think of it. I don't know, if there is anybody watching that, is this unlocked? No, right? Yes? It is. Is it actually unlocked? I see the blacksmith, the mine. Abandoned mine shaft has been overrun with Gorin. Seem to be responding to commands from a big one farther down the mine. You can take him out. The rest will probably retreat. So if those Gorin cleared out, you can get this mine up and working. All right. I do wish I had an AoE. I guess I do. I've got Rain of Fire, which is an AoE, come to think of it. Just requires 3 soul shards. So... oh man, the mine is so small. That's wild, dude. La, la, la. La, da, da, la, da. Learn to auto-target when I push button. Seriously. And the mine is so small. I'm not used to seeing the level 1 mine at all. It's ridiculous. Da da da. And face. No? It's still Lunarfell Gorin running around. Never mind. It will phase later then. So now this herb garden, is this available? It might be. Kind of seems like it's already available, and it's just because I just got it, nothing's there yet. Oops. I guess I'll go double check, because I do not remember. Buildings are coming along nicely. Good, good. No, herb garden is locked. Complete a quest to unlock. Huh. Just there's no quest. Very strange. Maybe there is a quest, but it's later. Like, maybe it's not there, but it's, like, in a zone or something. I don't actually know. It's been way too long since I had a Tier 2 garrison. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, I just reset the music by going in there. Oh well. I don't know, I like that music. Cat knocking over my freaking medications. All because she wants something. That said, it is 5 o'clock. So I think I will get off stream for now. This has been fun. I have been enjoying. So there's that. Let's see. Actually, I'll just stay here. It's fine. I was going to hearth back to Stormwind, but I don't really need to if I'm going to be using this character. But like for streams and doing Draenor content. So, yeah, I've never actually done an expansions like MSQ, honestly. Like, I think I did once. Also, the Voidwalker's taunts were turned off. That's why things were not working the way they should. Yeah. I was just thinking. So, alright, well, I'm going to hop off. I hope that you've all enjoyed. If you have, feel free to subscribe. This is streamed live, twitch.tv/Serene Inc. Feel free to come on out, hang out with us, chat, and all that. You can also help support the streams and YouTube by, checking out Patreon. My patrons are in the list. I think everybody that's listed in that patron is... I think everybody that is subbed to me is in that Patreon. But I should think about the fact that, if I mostly do streams, right, I'm going to want, like, a list for that. Anyway, that's off-camera stuff and not currently important. So, with that, I'll see you all next time. See you later. Down, kitty cat. You do not need to go up there. In fact, you can just sit right here. Perfectly fine right here. Yeah. She immediately gets up and is like, no, I'm not okay. Not okay right here. She's not giving me food.